What's up, guys? This is your boy Demogul, and this is Demogul View, where we keep it real, keep it 100. Everything that comes out of my mouth is the truth and nothing but the truth, to help me God. I hope everyone is doing great. I'm doing marvelous by the grace of God. Please, tune in and watch a video, no. Tune in and watch a video, no. Yes, another week is about to begin. I hope say all your plans that you've made for this week, for this upcoming week, everything will go accordingly. I hope say everything will go accordingly. Like I said, most of the time weakness starts here. Yeah, planning BBI, but then as it rolls in, unforeseen circumstances, won't say BBI, but let's just pray, say, as the week goes on, we'll plan our making it will come to successful end. Now, please, when you tune in, I need you to share the video and then you discuss it. Serious topics, what I say, serious topics. And as you all know, I do this because of education. I don't do this for hype, or I don't do this for trend. All these videos that I do, and if you pay attention, is because of education. That's why, to educate, because depending on your education system, and then can't forget it. Because to be of AKUAPEM POLOO ne post release ye free and sanwamuno. We are here to talk about the legalities and normal a course, so press conference. All right, guys, sorry about that. The network, I said I'll fix it. I'll get it fixed. Don't worry. Moon share video no, please moon share video no, and then we be revealing and normal be brave. Okwa no wadrin emma so until please share the video. Wadrin emma so be released the only brave. Anka AKUAPEM POLOO assembly. I don't know how it will benefit society, but assembly I serious, not because of the person involved, but name the punishment involved and the law, no, regarding the law now at the crowd, and now into my assembly that big, because anke bibia and said that enya ibia involved jail sentence and Kenya serious, sir. Let's try and educate people. Adie we are banasi and try and educate a man for now same way koda. We will have the same, we have people repeating the same offense. Inti mi share mo oba so na wa share video no. Oba so no share video no men share ho. Now, Shade, if you just tuned in and please share the videos. See and I will tune in and share the video. We need to educate our people. Why is it important? You and I, we always complain. We always complain as to why our Ghana is not growing. Because platforms na yenya SAD educated or more, or we are less educated, no. We are misusing it. Share all the bloggers, all the people with big platforms now. A different information are they feeding the public with? Information better or feeding the public with. I understand they have to eat. They are hungry. That's why they are doing this. And I understand, say, with Ghanaians, if you feed them and no more ambitious, be a free man or and no more entertaining sensationalism. What I say, and no more ebema like neniaji, and no more easy to consume. But say kasi corner all the time they are. That means that the nation no, it will never develop. And then maybe breaking no more be like one who say Ghana, we have a long way to go. So today we are here to discuss. AKUAPEM POLOO in the press release, We are also here to discuss why Nanama McBrown, one hosty Enra and Ajusho. We are here to also discuss the agenda now, almost set it show no. Because it was clear. It was clear. I say they had an agenda. Agenda was already set. What I say? Now, my heart bleeds when people get to a certain platform. I see the educated man for now. Me share said ye, or what to wanna or move bitty around the bush. because of agenda I set it. Ayana eyemeya, ayana eyemeya. Enra, gentleman I friend of Halifax, he was able to stand his grounds. And I could tell, say, he was so upset with the fact, say, Abeku Santana, Arnold, as far as DK required on them, because it was sad. He embarrassed himself. Obia Waba said, come and speak on behalf of AKUAPEM POLOO case, you know. Oba to papa, so you don't even understand how the law works. What I say? Now, Enron, I am yes, Obi to say Arnold, that I believe in so much. I always felt like he, or no, kind of crayon. Enron, he made me realize, say, everyone has a price in this country. Everyone has a price. People claim to always tell the truth, but when they are given a platform that feeds them, they are able to compromise. On one principle, no, they will compromise it because they feel say aha anamididi into mamimia mano. There is a reason why I don't last with radio stations in this annual man, because I feel say when you go there, they try to tell you or they try to control you. So I'll just create my platform, even if it takes years. That's what I would do. See, your problem, they say all these stars and they want to rise to fame fast. Oh, person rising to fame, we are presenter now. Person rising to fame, easy. Just go and belong to a camp and just kiss ass. You just kiss ass and then you do boys and you will get to the top. But me, my reason for going into this is not for money. It's not for popularity. My reason for going into this media thing is because I want to impact society. I want to change things in society. It is because I call the normal way. Now me the platform so I could now. By the time I get to the top, you know, now I'm already compromised. And no man may kind of mean to me kind of because guess what? Someone gave me a platform. That someone who gave me that platform, you know, has a position he's playing in society. I have to abide by their principles. That means I am sold, I am compromised. I cannot impact society like the way I believe my purpose on this earth is. It's, you know, you may not see me on radio anymore. You may not, I go on TV once in a while. But guess what? I will spend my time building my own platform. It's a true show. Na me come and drink. Obi any obi to me akache me say, because no one fed me. Me told me credit today go me phone, so I building my platform. No, you were not there. Now let's get to today's topic. Me patcho, before I proceed, I need you to do me a favor. Me share moi. Me here sika free wo. Me here she. All I need you to do is to share the video. I want the video to reach as many people as possible. Abena me da say I want video no. I want the video to reach as many people as possible. Me here sika. All we need is to spread the message. All I need from you is to spread the message. So please share the video. Now, someone share video now, madam. AKUAPEM POLOO issue iba she pleaded guilty. Who pleaded guilty on trial? Who pleaded guilty? You have subjected yourself to the what do you call it? The judge. As a judge, you know, and a punishment. Punishment, it could be the maximum, it could be the minimum. Now, what pleading guilty, that means that you were aware of the punishment I had. What I say? In most cases, before we were pleading guilty, lawyer be knew how Virginia or Becca say, like what born to the point say, or need DA, in fact, the prosecutor no engo kasa. And can say, okay, you know what? You be pleaded guilty, but me share my lesser sentence. So before crying, we were pleaded guilty. No, we were judge. Then you say, judge, I am guilty. No, when prosecutor na kasa, I'm a prosecutor. No, I just to say, you be 3 months in prison. Judge, no, enim. This is something that AKUAPEM POLOO no onim before crying. Sana, obey now kasa I'm guilty. Now, ukase you are guilty. Na say, your sentence. Me fan say when prosecutor no aya agreement. I say you have 3 months. You are ready to serve the 3 months. You the 3 months in the ma no. After you have realized say, hey, be I won't mean serve 3 months no. And I say, judge ni drew on one man was sentence you guys agreed upon. Now, according to the law, no, there are certain you are given time out, which means there are withdrawals, guilty plea, no. When you withdraw that guilty plea, then you proceed to trial. Okay? I don't understand how almost say they are going for appeal. You are going for appeal. You go for appeal when you go to trial and lose, and you realize the way and I say you are not happy with it, then you apply for appeal. Now, before they will even accept to give you an appeal, no, you have to present new evidence. You have to present new evidence. You have to show, say, hey, Bia, the way they case in the course, you know, there were some irregularities. Something went on. Bia, and yet legal. The way judiciary in handle no man, Bia, they didn't do it the right way. So you use those things to get an appeal. Here is a case. AKUAPEM POLOO na and they pleaded guilty. So my question is, how do you go for an appeal on something that you pleaded guilty to? How are you granted an appeal on something that you pleaded guilty to? It doesn't make sense. When you go to trial, you lose trial. Now say pet and your lawyer is supposed to put some things together, because when you go in front of the higher court to explain to them, say, appeal, they will ask you, say, evidence ben one presented in the previous trial. Evidence ben say how our Musi handled the first trial, no, it wasn't fair. Do you have any evidence? Do you have any new evidence? Do you have any new exhibition to show, say, things were not fair? This was not a trial. This was, she pleaded guilty. Intino, mintias say, ye be man bail. And I say, ye be approve, say, ye man appeal. Unless, say, they are implementing a different part of the constitution. But omon pese public ni be hu. Say behind the scenes. And I will get there. I'm referring to the petition to Nanado. I am referring to the petition to the President Nanado. Is it possible, say, any appeal no muko jiu? Name on petition no ana ama sa release we abem. Now, so Samatimasia, before you can go for an appeal, no, you go to trial. Well, lose your trial, no. Now, what the new evidence? I could share higher court to prove, say, case na it didn't go well. It wasn't fair. Then they will grant you an appeal to appeal your case. Here is a case one pleaded guilty. I mean, one got trial. I'm find they were guilty. One I will plead guilty on your own volition. And to please, explain to me how someone goes for an appeal on something that she pleaded guilty to. Like I stated, when you plead guilty on your own, you have the right. There's a limit. There's a certain time. I said you can withdraw your guilty plea. You can withdraw it. One withdraw, omon can say enono ana ekoso. On yen can say AKUAPEM POLOO, I withdraw the guilty plea. So right now, no, we are going back to trial. Please, I need you guys to share the video, because and no maybe because you are Ghana, I'm United Showbiz, and I see people they are well known on this platform, and they couldn't ask the right questions. Halifax there, I was happy. He pointed out some things in the press release, and then Mr. pointing your money out. Right now, we don't know, because according to the constitution, according to the law, no, untimi and appeal for something you don't have new evidence for. Second, Let's talk about the press conference or whatever she had. This goes to show, say, till now, no, Ghana, you can be well known. Everybody know you are a star, but yet you are not able to find the right people to represent you. Because nyansa be in a womb, I said, you are filing for an appeal. Yeah, you are free prison, you are bail. That press conference you did, no information that we really see, you know. It see, yeah, that's what demand. It could go against you, because during the press release, you know, who can say yes? What the bonnet? Who you didn't know say it was wrong. You have accepted it. But yet, also will call for appeal. And the appeal, no, what is it on? Is it the appeal to trial the case, or is it appeal to look at the sent? Like, I don't get it. I don't think say you appeal like ultimately appeal. Say, Your Honor, the sentence, you know, maybe it is true. Maybe you can appeal for like the sentence to be revised. But here's a case, they have given her a new bail. That means the whole case, you know, Anna, they are going to look at the case. They are going to deal with the case again. Into what now a press conference, you know, you are given so many information. Say, the press prosecutor, no, they are looking at this case failure. They can use it against you. Wow, Kasawa admit it. You have committed the crime. You have admitted it. And you know, say, when you commit a crime, being ignorant is not an excuse. So what was the point of the press release? I mean, a press release conference, you know. Nyansa be in the womb, enti obiya ni camp mwa. Obetimi achire girl wey say, you don't need to say a word. A press conference like this, all she needs to do is say, if she even wants to do a press conference, maybe the news or the media want to know what's going on. You don't have to speak as someone who is have a pending case. You can have your lawyer and also your PR speak on your behalf, explain what happened. And you just have to be present. And after that, after your PR, no, why explaining and your man is see any what is going on, no. Then at the end, and you can come in and then you just tell the people that you appreciate their support. Anything, then you go off. You don't need to go into details. Now, Enra United Showbiz, Halifax pointed out, essay specifically, AKUAPEM POLOO made mention, say, Nanado ehunimobo. The pacho Nanado ehmobo na ohunimobo in what way? Ohunimobo in what way? And Halifax pointing it out, could you believe say Arnold Bedu, your friend is saying DKB, Abeku Santana, they even played the video trying to say that's not what she said. Meanwhile, we all know Ghana National Television. Everyone is watching. We all know that she made mention of Nanado Ehunimobo or Buana situation. We all heard it. We all saw her as a video. But yet, the pundit, the people who are on the show, because an agenda has been set, they refused. And they all made sure, say, Halifax will look like a lunatic, someone who doesn't know what he's talking about. And this is not the first time this thing has happened on United Showbiz. It has happened several times. You go on there and, you know, the host is friends with this person on the corner and that person. First of all, Arnold will never speak against United Showbiz, the host. I mean, not speak. I'm not saying it's an insult or anything, but they will. When an agenda is set, there is no way Arnold will go against the TV station, because he's an employee. He has been employed. He's not there as a freelancer. I say, Arnold, you know what? Come on this show and then express yourself. We'll sort you out, then you go. Me, if you sort me out to go sit there, I say, man, come out, move here. Now me come, baby. Arnold has been paid. He's being paid. He's part of the show permanently. Right? He's part of the show permanently. So, having a Ghana mentality, he will never speak or he will never say anything that would jeopardize his position. I don't blame him. Most of Ghanaians don't stand for anything. He feels that this is my bread. If something is going on and I feel that it's for the greater good, because forget greater good. They don't care about the greater good. They only care about their pocket. As you can see, United Showbiz realized, and then you realize, say, play AKUAPEM POLOO video, she admitted, say, mu petition ye ana nanado hu mi mobo. Nanado hu ni mobo in which way? Nanado to the office wo. Na he empathizes with you. How would you know? The only way you will know, they say, unless your attorney, Ekache will say, Nanado and a friend GA AG Attorney General, as on country prosecutors and let them revise your sentence. Ghana, we need to know, because we petitioned the president. So after petitioning the president, and there been a president in the year, we need to know the president's part in this release of AKUAPEM POLOO. We need to know. Ghana, we can go ahead. OBM Busada. My petition, Mr. President, 36,000 people. What was the response? Is it Mr. President who spoke to the Attorney General to call the prosecutor to have them adhere to AKUAPEM POLOO's request on the appeal? We need to know. We need to know, so that message the next time I get myself into such a, I know how to petition. We need to know, Mr. President, there you're playing. Halifax made mention of this thing on the show, on United Showbiz. Could you believe that Arno Baidu and the host, Abeku Santana, they cornered him and they made him feel like say Adiana Okan or Nimdia Okan. Abrekwa mu play video, it was clear. Says she made mention of the president empathizing or sympathizing with her. How did she know? Because she was told, said based on the petition. Now a petition, Mr. President, Mr. President has acted upon it. How did the president act upon it? We need to know. We need to know. What I said. And like I said, Lord, let me explain something to you. The only people who go for appeal are people who have gone through trial. Trial, no? You're finding it guilty. The only way they will grant you a new trial, and I said they will grant you an appeal, no, unless you bring new information that we did not hear about it in the first trial. Unless you have proof, say everyone is supposed to have a fair trial. Your trial wasn't fair. Based on these two things, in any new trial, the person pleaded guilty. Her Obian for on one pleaded guilty, no. It's while pleaded guilty, you were coherent. You knew what you were pleading to. You knew say Adiana who pleaded to, the maximum sentence is say. The minimum is 3 months. Your lawyer, I'm sure, is competent enough to explain everything to you. And to be sa appeal now, appeal for what? And based on what evidence, I know Modiamani knew. Man appeal. I mean, I say I neutral. I di assembly beam. I want to know. See, that's the problem. Ese law no much saying ni ehu se ade we ye koso no, it looks fishy. It does not make sense. Before, like muntie very carefully. O court quarter, you feel you be arraignment. They tell you the charges. Aye, diabo. Madam, for who plead guilty or not guilty? I plead not guilty. You plead not guilty. We set a date for. There are so many. You have to find a lawyer and this no money now. Then we set a date for preliminary hearing. Then preliminary hearing, no. Then you set a date for trial. The United steps. Now, AKUAPEM POLOO pleaded guilty. She didn't choose to go to trial. She pleaded guilty. Before she pled guilty, she was advising and said, who pleaded guilty? This is the maximum. And most of the time, like I said, before our lawyer Becca said, you know what, pleaded guilty. No, only prosecutor and I Adrian who say me client in the pleaded guilty. Me pacho sentence, send our woman. Ukasa woman the prosecutor now buying the case 3 months. Now lawyer and then the client say, I say wouldn't be. Almost say who pleaded guilty, I have 3 months. So when pleaded guilty near the court trial, now we lose you, I have 3 years. It's what now I was say, you know what, do I want to risk and go to trial and lose, and then they will give me 3 years? And I say, magic a plea agreement, not my call them 3 months. Now AKUAPEM POLOO knew, say they were going to give her 3 months. Now my question is, Obia one court trial. Obia winning new evidence. Obia will press release after your release from your press release after your release from prison. No, you have still admitted as an who committed a crime. No, it was out of ignorance. But as the law says, being ignorant is not an excuse. So my question is, based on what were you granted an appeal? Who are appealing for what? What are you appealing for? And what DK mekamientia appealing is you are appealing. Say omuhu mobo. What? Are you serious? Omuhu like ukwa who appeal and it just say you are appealing to the judiciary. Say omuhu mobo. DKD. So these are the stars that our people look up to. These are the people that our young people look up to. These are our role models. When we role models, last night, national television, they couldn't send anybody who was competent enough to elaborate, to break down and the things that how almost bail, how you see a grantino and appeal. DK be never represented. Nana knew because he doesn't understand what is going on. He doesn't understand what is going on. Into me pacho, the question of the day, and it's a winning new evidence. The judge, your time in court was fair. It's a debate in appeal. Based on what? Based on what? And now what now press conference? I say you are guilty. What the boneno? What the bonena? Oh, appeal for what? See, let me explain something to you. When you are given bail pending trial, you are innocent until proven guilty. Here is the case. The person in question, or no one can admit to say, oh, you're guilty. So why are we wasting the government's money on this person? Why are we wasting our money on this person who or no one can be in our press conference or be our case in the amount appeal? I pending. I say wano. Why we now say we are guilty? It's a day be the end. Now I was perplexed. I said, nay, all the people around her, including the lawyer, none of them who say, some catch and say, some move we press conference is not needed. Your PR could have spoken on your behalf. Your lawyer could have spoken on your behalf. But you came and sat there and you were revealing things that against one Kasawu case. Na enra no me pacho all kasa no. You see, we've done psychology. I know how to read people. First of all, if you are trying to have people look at, see, Ghana for now, your problem, we don't know how to read in between the lines. We are fooled easily. Me no wako dem, wako di boni we wako dem. Near you are, oba no eyelashes no. Then where eyelashes and an eyebrow? I'm getting confused. Eyelashes no. Ne tintin to say. Your eyelashes, oh no, you want me to feel bad for you. Oh, eyelashes, need to say the wako jina circle. Ako boy, your friend is saying, quite a night job. Oh, see, this is the job of a PR. You have to make people the person as a PR, the person you are representing, no. The PR is public relations. You have to make sure say any pana asema obeka. The way obesia can asema no. The way obesia read are responded to comments, no. Some per se you want the public to sympathize or empathize with her. She needs to act a certain way. She needs to look a certain way. She can't come out there looking like say she's ready to hit the club. I am makeup trying, I have eyelashes tinting, and you want me to feel bad for you. You see, me na come here the PR, me na be any manager. I'm telling you, say, by the time we show no, na nka mu nyina no mu amomo dwen say ye fa ntum no ma dwen asesa. You need to let the people see the changes that you've gone through for the past 3 days. I will call them, no. Oba ye chew makeup because Ghana, that's all we know. Everything is makeup. Everything is, we judge things with what we see. When you're crying up, ashe eyelashes tinting, chew makeup, abex now, person me who mobo. Media anya adwuma wo so ba ebi amode ye adwuma wo so ebi amode ebiti mo ba me pa de. And one of the people I no mubusa questions no ebusa the questions obi a osu no within less than a minute the way and the voice will see I responded to that question and they say me nyata na me ka se me twetwa video no I breaking it down you will see say they were trying to fool us. Me no, I'm a discerning citizen. Untimi mfuli me. Majority of the Ghanaians, they are not discerning. Ebimu go school, but school and come. We have so many people. They've gone to school, but school hasn't gone through them. They are not able to apply it. I was astonished. I was like, how can you have all these people in your corner and you were not able to do the right thing? Press conference doesn't mean that you need to talk. That's why you have a PR. Especially in the predicament that you are in, no, you know, say everything you say. But then here again, we know say everything she says, no, they won't hold it accountable because we know say now Addo has something to do with her release. Based on what she said, Nanado has something to do with her release. But we need to know, Constitution, was it a pardon? Was it a pardon? That's why we are here. That's what we are concerned citizens. We want to know how our Musi Anna. We also want to know CJ. I need you to correct me. But also a munim law no. Correct me because this is very important. Say Obi Echo trial. No, Obi ko court. Na o plead guilty. Na ya amfa na anko trial. Na ye sentence na. I know say the person has the right to withdraw the guilty plea, right? But so when withdraw guilty plea na ye sentence ni we are. Na only any new evidence. There is no like because you cannot say sentence I don't me person who say how do you go for appeal? Oh, US are definitely law by force. CJ, I need you to help me. All the people are more platform, so are more Any panel, why you deep on no. Only new evidence. Only any. So how appeal near for them? What is the appeal for? What is the appeal for? I need to understand. Before CJ ever answers that question, and whoever, Pacho, have you ever, did you ask yourself, as a day painty, and CJ, you are 100%, you are 100% correct, man. What the system did doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. It does not make sense. Now, have you asked yourself, say, I didn't see a serious topic like this? Nanama McBrown, I host the show, no. I'll give you the reason why. But Pacho, have you realized Adikontia? Have you asked yourself, say, Adikontia, the host of the show, no? One host the show, no, Enra. Just imagine, say, Oprah, a host the show. This is when we realize, this is when we come to terms, okay, only by call host the show, no, or a very strong person. Any case beyond, she can handle it, regardless of her stance in the issue. But say, case be say, ba, na say, muyi host in free or because of issue be regarding her, then that means that you, like UTV, you guys are fooling us. We need to know her stance in the issue. And this is not the first time. Enra, regarding the post release of AKUAPEM POLOO, one host show, no. Last week, I did AKUAPEM POLOO 2 man and also a big issue. And also, guess what? One talking about it, she didn't talk about the topic. Abrekwa, United Show Business. How can United Show Business? Yeah, the AKUAPEM POLOO atum. That's the biggest news in the whole media. Last weekend, they didn't talk about the show. They didn't talk about AKUAPEM POLOO going to prison. Hold on, fire, y'all talk any Jackie, any buy Abrekwa. Mumusimu from who United Show Biz. That means say Mona Moye the biggest platform at the end of the day. Mona Moka Asama Esinina. How can you disregard? Say there's someone in the media I didn't go to. Man can't want them. I knew it. At the contrary, me minimum so man can't want them no. I will have me be catch but me more benefit of the doubt. I say. Yes, appeal no more granted bill no. Nasa Nanama McBrown one san ka and one sim bima. Then now I know why. Now I know the reason. At the Kuntia Nanama first one Apollo equal them one can was them. Ye Polo free moons no. Yamana host the show no. Are you guys ready for the reason? Somewhere ready, you just let me know. Because it seems that and then why you guys are so attentive listening. I need you to contribute. And maybe I also comment it. If I make mistakes, no, I'll comment it. If you have any contribution, something to add, no, I'll comment it. What I say. Are you guys ready for the reason? Try it. Samukaya. Do you remember say Nanama Edineba? I think say na birthday and na bani birthday. Ah, ode na ne kachema ekwohye akwala num. Ese ode ne kachema na ene eyi aduane na free akwala num. We all came out and said what she did was wrong. Ana Ghana force na de ne ba, ana ne ba. And guess what happened? Yet TNA or BBC News. They were talking about it even in Canada. So onim what she's done concerning Nkwala. She knows so she's had her issue concerning Nkwala. She's made a mistake and a public, action on social media. But at the end, Uncle Court and Uncle child services one from one Jimmy. Enti on person oba betina show no so. One, the agenda was to make sure say they back AKUAPEM POLOO. Enti if they are going to back AKUAPEM POLOO, nasa ono na Mama Brown, which I know says she will stand with AKUAPEM POLOO, because if she chooses to go against AKUAPEM POLOO, a man for best atiaka say na wo na nyo na do ukatre ma show ba enum no. So this was a very tough one for her. Very tough. But this, I believe, was the time for her to come and then let people know, say, yes, you have given birth to the child. But akwalane enya wonko wo dia. Ye wo institution bi omobo no ho ban. Ye wo government ne laws e govern akwara no. And ye wo institution bi o make sure that they implement the law. Into one kasa na ma me am your host am I was ignorant once. Me catch my question me benum. I felt say growing up no. Ye na maame mo etimi do omo sase enum. Omutimi ye no ma bebre. Omutimi how they do so many things that are so awkward. But you thought that it was right, but not knowing say it wrong. If you take this stance, there's nothing wrong with it, because AKUAPEM POLOO now or here in the morning or no one can say him say she's at fault. And this was the time Nanama had the platform to even say and then even talk about hers, because right now you are not even the focus, you are not even and you wasem the eka. Ghanaians about to work because we are sad no. But this was the time I would in a cool no. I work AKUAPEM POLOO no son. No way you should say, you know what? Being ignorant is not an excuse. Even though say your culture not accepting you maybe. But if the culture goes against the law, who bit natural, it mean you are not near your mama mutie. Can it and no money at the mano? Some of them were illegal. It's henceforth, no. Let's abstain from these things. When you make a statement like this, a better amount for a dream, I'm a man who say yes. You are remorseful. But you didn't utilize the opportunity that was given to you yesterday for you to host the show. They say the amount for a dream one, they say, Odo catch my question obey num. I can't want some asema wo kan and say, me na yemeba. What I say? So anytime your issue will come up, and the last thing we heard from you, you say, "Hey, one kasa oba, una happen to open idea." Now, say United Showbiz, if we are going to trust you guys and put all our trust in it, say any issue that comes to the Mimi, good afternoon. You will be objective and then you will talk about the issue, no, fairly. Then you need to stop removing your host from hosting shows that Woodring said it will put her in trouble. Coach her on what to say and what not to say, and let her host the show. But said that be on the topics, but no you left you just to dodge it. How is that? The people cannot trust y'all. The people, we can't put our trust in you guys. And I say I was so pissed off, flabbergasted by the fact said. Yen nyina ye hwe video AKUAPEM POLOO admit it. Ya play video no amansan mu nyina mo hwe AKUAPEM POLOO ka say yes ana madofo petition ye na Addo ehu me mobo. Yen nyina ye titwi. So bi hu mobo a na otini fie na hu na they cannot express themselves into nim house or hu mobo. The only one be hu mobo no unless say they have acted upon the sympathy or the empathy. Your lawyer told you, said based on the petition from the people, the president has gone ahead and requested for the prosecutor to look at your sentence or your case again. We the people, we need to know because we pay taxes. We pay taxes. We have every right to know how the case went. So the next time when I find myself in the same situation, I know how to go about it. if I need to let my fans know, say, please, I need you to sign a petition to Mr. President for him to ask the prosecutor to take a look at my case again. But the president cannot do this and then you guys just put it on the low. No, the people, we all have interest in this case. We all have interest in this case. It is about time. Ghana, we have to be discerning. We can't just sit idle and take anything that they give us for granted. Everything they put in our and do you know the reason why we take everything? Yeah, because we are lazy people. We don't like to research. We don't like to take our time to do the necessary research to back up our information. Obia betimi aka bibia na afa na tra. Enra nipa miensa, Abeku Santana, Arnold, Anna DKB. DKB, I know say he was biased because he belongs to AKUAPEM POLOO, the camp. Into definitely, or because AKUAPEM POLOO and Kasa. Halifax stood his grounds and told the world or Ghana for. I say, and no because AKUAPEM POLOO made mention of the President. How did the President influence AKUAPEM POLOO's release? And all three of them, because of the agenda setting, they decided to make the guy look like a fool. For how long are we going to sit idle? I don't know, so you guys were paying attention or not. CJ Sinana, we need a statement from the office of the president or the justice system explaining why she got an appeal after admitting guilt. Was this a pardon or communication of her sentence? We need to know. The justice system needs to provide clarification, period. This is something that they need to let us know. Say, was it a pardon? And I said, girl, no, all kasa no one kasa yi. So, but out, but even though we know, we definitely, we need to know. I said, appeal now, no, is based on what? It's based on what? Is it a presidential pardon? And I say a appealer. We need to know, say, they need to explain to us based on what was she granted an appeal. I know some of these topics and the legal what do you call it? Legal points are you making? Sometimes it goes over most of you. Like I'm not going to bring to me follow, but I'm telling you, these are things I almost a governed country, you know. The country is governed by these things. It's a what now so what I say, bia over show we na show na ye kra no. Oh no, legal terms are over use any comment I'm making no, it's not interesting. They there. At 74 I will say yes. When you find yourself in that same situation, and I will be who say yes, say Emrebi wo. Now Enra, I was sick to my stomach to find out, say, on national television, it was so clear. They played the video of AKUAPEM POLOO admitting, said Mr. President, and based on that, you know, prosecutor, no, yeah, we know all this, okay, but I'm for denying. You know, I'm sure, say, you guys, you realize what was going on, but guess what? Majority carries the vote. Arnold, Abeku, any DKB. They overpowered what do you call it? Halifax. And he made Halifax look like, say, he was ignorant and he didn't know what he was talking about. And what makes me sad, and they say, Arnold is someone that I felt, say, this industry has someone who is very objective, someone who will stand his grounds. Now I know, say, in Ghana, everyone has a price. So mantnaha I'm building me platform. Mantnaha I'm one kasama man helping me man building me platform. Na se me kasa me call some TV station akwa start here for. By the time you guys will hear my name, you know, now guess what? I'm compromised. I can't keep it real anymore. Mean to me can't assembly say the SMC canon no. So man building me platform now. All I need from you, I don't need your money. All I need from you is just share the video. Let people know, say, you know what? It is not all about comedy when it comes to these vloggers. We have people who are actually spreading good messages. We have people who are actually telling the truth. We have people who really care how the nation is being governed. And don't forget, and your mom dreams or kind of craning or telling the truth, no. And they have they have good intentions. We have people who say, okay, I'm standing for the youth. I want to tell the truth, but guess what? They are telling the truth so that somebody will be home, or they are telling the truth so that party will belong to know. They will be looked at in a good light. But me, I don't care about politics. All I care about is say, akwala bi na wo hye echire wona onu musufin, akwala bi na wo school na akonyansi ni dem a wote form, akwala bi na o dyslexia ontimi nsua de enso ya clear ne say wabon. We want to compare ourselves, but we don't even know say ye won kwala omo yare ontimi nsua de na adwen no is not able to process information like the normal child. What is the system doing about these people? They go through the normal what do you call it? They go through the normal education system, no. Or go through na so muntimi nsua de is we wabon or ye yin ntonchen. That's what they do. We don't have systems for. We are not accommodating. Hey, your problems so you won kofo from kwalabremu no wotimi se o sha no ko school na o chikotre na o twakotreti o chi aboa na okun aboa. This is a sign of somebody ya anhwe ni here obetuma be a murderer. This is a sign of somebody obetuma nya be wicked in society. But we don't pay attention to all these things. Akwala kwa yesi ya na then they get expelled from school.